Welcome back to Daytime, everyone. Our next guest, for lack of a better word, I will describe in the kindest of ways as eccentric. He is a truly extraordinary person, a great humanitarian as well, not to mention a brilliant architect and best-selling business author. Well, now he has applied his skills and wild imagination to writing an amazing and thrilling new book for young readers titled Dead Fred, Flying Lunchboxes, and the Good Luck Circle. He is also no stranger to media attention.
2020 continues.
Meet a builder who's given big a whole new meaning. Martin Bashir found him sitting on the top of the world at the top of the market.
Florida's Gold Coast, and home to some of the most expensive real estate in the world. It's also the playground of one of America's most brazen risk-takers. Frank McKinney, the self-proclaimed king of the mega mansion. 20 million, 50 million, and now a $125 million property that he's building.
And here he is. Please welcome to Daytime, Frank McKinney. What a pleasure to meet you. I was telling Frank, we were talking earlier in the green room, we could probably do an entire show with you. You have that colorful.
Well, one of these days we're going to get you over to the East Coast and you're going to sit in my treehouse where I wrote all these books and where I designed those houses from.
And let's talk about this, because you do. Your office is a treehouse. It's 40 feet away from your regular house, and to get to it you have to walk across a bridge?
It's 25 feet in the air, looks right at the Atlantic Ocean. I've got a bathroom in there. I've got a little shower. I've got a sink, and yes, 25 feet up in the air, 40 feet from my house, and that's where I find my creativity flows pretty well.
Well, obviously, it flows brilliantly. We saw some video there, and you describe yourself as a big kid at heart. You like to do things grand, and when you show off a piece of real estate, you make quite an entrance sometimes.
Well, you know what? I'm not a builder, developer. I'm an artist. I really am, and my artistry is portrayed on the Atlantic Ocean in the form of these beautiful multi-million-dollar homes, and there's only a few people in the world that can afford them. So when we have a grand unveiling, it certainly would belong better on Broadway or Las Vegas than on the beach, but the idea is to get people there that can afford them and sell them.
I think it's great, and I really think your foray into young readers' novels is fantastic after being a successful business author. Your book, boy, what a title. And you were inspired by walks that you took to school with your daughter.
You know, Dave, every work in fiction is rooted in some form of reality. And so my daughter, who's now 11, I have walked her to school every single day of her school life since pre-kindergarten. Wow. So we've logged over 1,200 walks through a forest, through the mangroves, over a drawbridge. So you can imagine the stories, the games, the adventures we've had, and I've codified them into my first young reader fantasy novel. Well,
tell us a little bit about the book. Give us a synopsis of the
Well, Dead
story.
Fred, Flying Lunchboxes, and the Good Luck Circle is about a little girl, a very insecure little girl that moves from Indiana, that finds a little shiner fish, a 3-inch shiner fish that she names Dead Fred because he's dead. Her job is to restore him as the rightful ruler of High Voltage, this underwater kingdom, and displace Megalodon, which is a 50-foot prehistoric shark that has come in and is wreaking havoc in this underwater world. So it teaches kids self-confidence. For the adult reader, it teaches them, for us, especially dads, to spend time with our kids like I do walking my daughter to school every day.
We were talking about, this sounds just like the type of book that I would have read as a child. I love these kind of books. But you also bring out the fact that it is good reading for adults as well.
Yeah, for every 10 Harry Potter books that were read, 3.5 were read by adults. So there is a message, there's entertainment in there, but also a message for us as dads is to put the PDA down, you know, quit texting, quit talking, spend some time with our kids. Because in this book, this little girl, he almost loses her in a Category 5 hurricane. And he comes to realize how much he appreciates her through the adventures that they share together.
I think it's got to be fascinating. I cannot wait to get into it. You mentioned children a lot and how much you care about children. You are a humanitarian. Tell us about your Caring House Project Foundation.
You know, my other book I wrote, The Tap, expands on the biblical passage, here it is back here, from the Gospel of Luke, Dave. To whom much is entrusted, much is expected. Listen, I'm in the housing business. I provide housing to the world's most wealthy. I'm a linear thinker. I didn't have the benefit of pursuing a formal education. So by selling to the ultra-wealthy, I get to live that modern-day Robin Hood dream by providing a self-sustaining existence to the world's most desperately poor and homeless in Haiti. That's our country of choice. We've built 8 villages there in Haiti in a campus-like setting that combines an orphanage, a school, a clinic, community center, food, and clean drinking water to people who basically, you know, live on less than $2 a day, and there's an 80% unemployment rate in that country. So to whom much is entrusted, much is expected. I sell to the rich so I can give to the poor.
Frank McKinney, you're a brilliant man, and it's a pleasure to meet you, and great to have you here on the show. So thank you very much for being here.
Well, enjoy the book.
Appreciate
I know you've got some kids. You know, they're not too old to read.
I've got a grandchild now. Folks, you can go to daytimeonline.tv, get some more information about Frank, and link up to his website as well. Again, the book is Dead Fred, Flying Lunchboxes, and The Good Luck Circle. Frank McKinney, thanks again for being here. Hey, coming up next on Daytime, a quick and easy pasta dish with Chef Nick Stalino. And best of all, your family's going to love it. Be right back.